Good evening and welcome to our call for tonight. And I should be able to see you on YouTube. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the chat here so that I can see your questions. And I pretty much got my YouTube channel here open, so I will be able to see any questions that you might have. Feel free to write them there in the box. We'll go ahead and get started. All right, so we are just going to, we use this as an opportunity for you to ask questions about how to use your video PLR. And then if you don't have any questions, then I will cover a topic that I think will be of interest to you. So once again, this is more of a session for you than it is for me. I do teach on Tuesdays. That's prepared. Not that I don't have anything prepared tonight, but I'm happy to take your questions about video PLR in particular. Okay, so with that, if you have any questions, write them there in the box in YouTube, and I'll answer them. So let's talk about a few strategies to use video PLR, some things that you can do. Let's talk first about the old school strategy, the one that you pretty much have heard. You might even heard this from me. You might even still hear from me from time to time. You know, let's say that, you know, you wanted to sell a course on our present PLR, you want to sell a course on the subject of Warrior Plus or on any PLR, it doesn't really matter. And typically the old school strategy requires that you revoice and rebrand the videos because you are looking to retain that authority for yourself. You want to make sure that the customer knows that you, that the product is yours and that's something that you created. That's really the old school strategy. It also requires that you reuse the graphics. You're going to change the title of the product. Obviously, you're going to make it so that your company or your brand or whatever you are calling yourself, that you incorporate that into the graphics. That is the old school strategy. And this requires that you repost the sales page. So you're going to take the sales page as it is. You are going to make changes. You're going to add a bonus to it. And then you are then going to make it available for sale. It's going to have your mark on it. And that's what you're going to do. Hey, Jim. And that's one strategy. Even though that's the most common one, that's the one that's taught. And I think that I've probably taught that over the years myself, probably up until 2020, when I stopped teaching that in particular. And there's some other ways for you to do this. Of course, the most important one being that you create some kind of continuity offer and that you create a video learning center. I'm not going to focus on that tonight. There are other strategies that are involved in creating the need for the customer to do a few things. So I want you to think about this. If you can create the need for the customer to use the content, then you can create a product from whatever the subject is. If you can create a need for the customer to learn the content, then you can create a product from the PLR without it having to be the PLR. If you can create it, and this is a little more tricky, I may not have time to do this tonight. I may do this on Tuesday. If you can create a need for the customer to teach the content, then you will then have them in a position where they've got to consume it. And so that's really where you want to be. Of course, you can sell it so that you can make the pitch that your chief benefit is going to be, they're going to learn the content, be able to use it. But you want to go beyond that. You really want to create a need for them to learn the content in order to get to something that they want. That's ultimately what you want to sell. And again, I'm not talking about your sales copy in particular. I'm talking about the intrinsic part of the product. What is it that you are selling? You want to sell a result that forces them to have to use what you got in the product. You want to promise a result that will force them to have to learn what is in the content. Or thirdly, you want to create a result that forces them to have to teach what is in the content. This is another way of approaching video PLR in particular, so that you do not spend your time revoicing and rebranding videos. That is not the idea that I want to present to you tonight. So what do you have to ask and answer about your customers in order to do this? What questions do you have to be able to state that you need to be able to be clear on before you can do this? the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to figure out what would make them have to use the content or the knowledge in it. If you were to do a workshop, what could you, and when I say a workshop, let me define that, because sometimes I use that term and I probably haven't really clearly designed that when I talk about a weekly workshop. The difference between a workshop and a webinar or just a seminar or even a talk or a discussion or even a learning session is that a workshop is designed for you to get people on there to do some work, right? And so if you are able to do that, I'm getting to the tangible example. So if you, just hang on for a second, Jim. If you hang with me here, you'll be able to kind of get this. If you were to do a workshop, what project could you have your customer complete? So in other words, when you start thinking about bringing a customer on a workshop, what could you have them complete? What result could you have them get that would force them to have to learn what it is that the product is teaching? If you were going to coach somebody, what objective could you have your customer accomplish? For example, could you say that that the result that you're going to get is that your customer is going to design and get their funnel completed, right? Would that then force them to have to learn what's in the content? Yes, right? If you were going to coach somebody and the objective is going to be that you are going to get to them to the point where they are going to design a funnel using Warrior Plus. If you're not going to show them how to do it, they're going to have to watch the videos in order to learn how to do that, if that is the objective that you're going to promise them. Now, I'm going to go a little further with this. What would you have to do if you're going to make people have to learn the content in it? I mean, if you were to challenge your customer, right? If you were to do a challenge, what would you challenge them to do within a specific period of time to force them to learn the content? That's the question you have to answer. If you can answer that question, you can structure a lesson around the content. So the objective really is for you isn't to sell a class on Warrior Plus, isn't just to sell a class on ClickFunnels, isn't just to sell a class on a subject, but it is something to force them to have to learn what's in the class. So what can you design? So in other words, let's say that the subject is going to be MailChimp. What would you have to do? What would you have to challenge them to do in order to create a situation where they've got to learn the content in a MailChimp class? Well, maybe you would have to get them to put up or post their first series, their first autoresponder series, and connect it to a product that they are selling. If you're going to challenge them to do that, then they're going to have to learn what's in the content that's in a MailChimp course. So in other words, what you're doing is you're forcing them to learn what's in it. So it's not just the course, it's not just the content, it's that they've got to consume it, right? So you are pushing the customer. So look, one of the problems that you're going to find when you go to let's say a platform like Gumroad, or a platform like Udemy, or a platform like, I don't know, Skillshare, is this: they do not want you to post a class that is PLR. Understand that. So you are not going to create a class that is PLR. You are going to create a class that is what? Your class is going to be the challenge. Your class is going to be the objective. And so the objective is going to force them to have to learn the videos. And that's really where you start talking about designing something that is unique around content. And you do not have to revoice content when you do that. Why? Because you are bringing the unique element. So in other words, think about the results you're going to do. So when you start to do that, you will then start to get different levels of video PLR to help you with that process. So then you can have you can have a challenge to create a funnel, but they're going to have to learn ClickFunnels in order to do that. Do they have to buy ClickFunnels? Maybe, right? But they're going to have to learn, they're going to have to watch your videos in order to do that. You're not going to voice the videos. Your videos are going to be getting them through the challenge. So if you know how to do these things, these two things, forcing customers to use the content or the knowledge in it, forcing the customer to learn the content in it. That is what you do to bring the value. So it's not just about the content. It's about the value and the result you are promising. So how do you structure the video content when you do something like this? First, let's talk about doing a hands-off experience. So this is going to be a lower dollar product that you are selling because you are not going to be present and you're not going to be hands-on with the customer. So this might be in the $17, $27, $37 range because this is not going to require your direct presence. So if you're looking to create a product with minimal involvement, the key to this is going to be the result. Again, you are going to sell the result and the platform. So the result and the platform, that is what you were selling. Or in some cases, you're just going to sell the resort. Let's talk about what you would do if you were going to take ClickFunnels PLR videos. You can say that you're going to do a course on how to generate leads. What are they going to have to do in order to do that? They're going to have to learn how to use ClickFunnels to do that. Now, if you think about this, you'd have to even go one step further. They might even have to go and get ClickFunnels to do this. Right now, again, now it would help you if you had the platform also, right? But you would then have your affiliate link there where they'd have to get the platform. Let's see now, Alfred is asking the question, what about adding one short video clip at the start and adding one short outro at the end? Of course, right, Alfred, that's the other way of doing it. What I would suggest, either in addition to that or in lieu of that, I would suggest doing a live session where you bring them on to a live session where, number one, you answer all their questions. Number two, where you answer anything that's lingering. Now, again, that's not a hands-off experience. That's just to answer your question. Now, if we're talking about a hands-off experience, yeah, you could do a short video clip at the start and a short video clip at the end, although I'm not sure that that's going to give the customer the value that you want to bring in order to require them to associate you with the authority, right? So you want them to associate you with the authority, and you might have to do a little more than a short video clip. That would be my suggestion. That is a good suggestion. In some cases, depending on what you're going to charge for the course, that would be appropriate. But now, if you're going to go to a platform like, let's say, Gumroad or Udemy, I don't know that that would be enough for you to post the videos on that platform or you to give those videos as a product of your own. I don't know that. But if you were to do a challenge where, let's say that you did 7 videos on the challenge itself, and you said that they've got to watch the course, whatever the subject is, in order to complete the challenge or selected videos from the course, then that would be, to me, appropriate. Right now, again, you're going to want to run this by the platform before you do that. Right. So I don't want to get anybody's account taken. I don't want you to take my advice on this, but you would then have a fighting chance. In other words, if you just went with private label rights to any one of the platforms and you said, I'm going to put up a class because I can put up videos, they're going to reject you outright. But if you come with more value and that the value you're selling is going to be the result, and you're actually creating the result with your videos and saying underneath this are instructional videos that'll show you how to use a platform, I think that you may have a fighting chance on a platform. Right now, I'm kind of going back to this. You're doing a hands-off experience, right? You're creating a hands-off experience. And we're talking about ClickFunnels videos. We can say that the challenge is going to be how to generate leads using ClickFunnels. So that could bring in people that already have ClickFunnels, but maybe they're not using it. Maybe they have it, maybe they're paying their $97 a month, but they're not doing anything with it. Maybe they don't have ClickFunnels and they're thinking about it and they're going to get ClickFunnels through your affiliate link. Now, again, I would not use this strategy if I were not a paying member of it. Right. So if you're a paying member of it, then you use this strategy. What you do then is you'd set up certain how-to videos, specifically the ones that show the opt-in process. And I can't remember which ones I used in ClickFunnels PLR, but you'd only pick those videos that would be the ones that would show them the opt-in process. You wouldn't have them watch all the videos because again, you're not selling a video class, right? That's not even always the point. Understand this. Understand this about video PLR and one of the benefits of having it. You should be able to get multiple video PLR courses to mix them and match them. The point is not the voice. The point is the objective, right? The point is the objective that you are trying to get people to. The how-to content actually shows them how to help you, to help your customer to accomplish the objective, right? This is the highest and best use for instructional video PLR. What I'm telling you right now is the highest and best use. Right now, again, I'm not against you just taking it as is and selling it as a course and using the sales page. I think that's wonderful, right? If you want to do that, but you were shortchanging yourself, you're shortchanging your customer, and you were taking valuable instruction and really using it at the lowest possible use and getting the lowest possible bang for your buck. Right now, when you do a course like this, you want to build in a self-accountability system. So in other words, you're not, again, when you're doing a hands-off experience, you're not planning on being there. You're not going to be there for the customer. You might say something like, you can write me with questions, but you're not going to be there. So you got to design the course so that it's hands-off because you're going to price it that way. Again, low dollar amount. You're not promising them that you're going to answer all their questions or that they can, they can write you whenever they have a hangnail. That's not what you're doing. Now, if you want to design a course that way, you can, right? You just got to price it appropriately. This kind of course should not have a group or social component because again, that's not the point of this. And you don't need to tie up your time by answering questions in a group if you're not going to price it that way. If you are going to have a Facebook group to do this, what I'm talking about, the kind of course I'm talking about, you need to then price it appropriately, right? If you're going to be there all the time. Now, let's say you're going to do a hands-on experience, right? So you're going to be there. So you're going to be there present, and you're going to use the video PLR in order to help you instruct your customers. This is more of your personal involvement. So when you do this, please do not stress out over where you're going to put this. I just mentioned the Facebook group, and I know a lot of people know that I'm not a big fan of Facebook, and I don't trust them. But again, it's fine as a medium if you want to do your course there and you want to add a group component. Don't make that your default, right? And just because everyone else does it doesn't mean that's where you need to do it, right? You've got to do it so that you are giving your customer maximum value. And if you're not going to be there answering questions, typically a Facebook group is probably not a good move, right? If you're really busy and you're in production mode and you're going to be, you're not going to be there all the time and you're not going to be Johnny on the spot. Again, I'm not trying to run Facebook down. I'm just saying, don't use that as a group, but you should have some kind of social component. Maybe you want to have a forum, or maybe you want to have some kind of online community like Mighty Networks or Circle. Either one of those is fine, or something like that. So again, the point is not the medium. The point is that you're going to have a social component around your involvement, right? How you're going to structure the product is going to be based on how you can get your customer to consume the video content. So in other words, if you're going to have a social component, maybe you want to make it so that everybody's got to post their results for video 1. Then everybody's got to post their video results, their results for videos 5 through 7. And they've got to do it by, week 7, right? Or I'm sorry, by day 7. So in other words, you're talking about designing it and making it time-based, and you're really trying to get the customer to consume the product. That's the most important thing, right? Getting them into it, getting them to consume it, because as soon as you can get them to consume it, they're going to get their own results and they're going to credit you with getting it for them, right? How can you get your customer to use the content? How can you get them to seek to accomplish their goal? So think about these things as you begin to design your product. Now, if you intend to make this a hands-on experience, right, and you're charging in more for the product, how much involvement will you have? Right. And I can't tell you exactly what to charge for this, but if you're talking about being there pretty much all the time, you're talking about a minimum of, I'm going to guess you're probably talking about a minimum of maybe $50 to $97, right? If you're going to be there all the time. and you're going to answer all the questions, and you're going to get the answers, and you're just going to be there. Um, you also need to know what's in the videos. So in this case, this is not a case where you're just going to sell the videos, you're going to slap your name on it, you're going to post it to your customer, and you're just going to let them watch it, and you're going to move on to get the next PLR course and redo it and rebrand and resell it. That's not the idea here. You need to know what's in them so that when your customer asks you a question, if you don't know the answer, you can go get the answer. But generally, you should know what's in the videos. You'll be able to answer the questions. You need to do some kind of training. And this is what I was suggesting to Albert a minute ago. I would suggest you bring your customers on live and you show the videos, the relevancy of the videos you select from the course. In other words, you're going to sell the course, but you're not going to give all of the videos in the course. Right now, again, this is a little advanced, but you're not going to give them access to all the videos, because where's the value? The value is in the result you're promising. It's not in them watching all the videos. That's not the point of this. The point is not to make them an expert on ClickFunnels. Do you get that? The point is to get them to get the result. That's what you're promising them. That's where you bring value. And that's where, if you do this right, you're not spending your time revoicing videos. Listen, don't try to be a teacher. Let me do that for you. You get the result where you get the higher level credit from your customer. So again, provide some kind of resource or document, for the video, right? Provide some kind of resource. In other words, create something where you're going to give them all of your affiliate links in it, where if they're going to accomplish, the result you're promising, they got to go get some stuff. If they don't have it, put that document together or put a video together is what I'm going to suggest you do, right? Where you actually show them the websites. I've been toying around with doing that in the next PLR course, which is to put a resource video together where you go and get your affiliate links and you associate with them. And I'll just explain the websites and you put your affiliate link in there where they can go click it. I may do that, in a future course, right? Because what you need to do when you're doing this is you need to provide some kind of resource or document or video so that they can go get the resources they don't have in order to accomplish, right, the purposes that you're setting out for them. Let's talk about a specific product example, right? We just released our Warrior Plus videos for Video PLR. Once again, now if you're an Ultimate Insider, you already have these. They're in the July 2021 folder. So please, if you're an Ultimate Insider, you already have this. If you don't have it, you can get it. We just released these today at the plrshow.com/WPLS, and the number 3 at the end. Right. So this is an excerpt from I did a video mind map. Now this is not the entire video mind map, but I'm taking this out of that so I can just kind of run through this example with you. So in the video mind map, one of the things I said was, who's the course for? It's for anyone that wants to launch their first information product. It's for anyone that wants to promote a product on the Warrior Plus network. It's for anyone that wants to manage their affiliate network. Now, if I just stop right there, what result could you get based on what this course is, right? Yeah, your challenge could be the launch your first product challenge, right? And you're going to challenge people to launch their product on Warrior Plus, right? You're going to get them to do it in 14 days. So you're going to select the videos out of my course, and you're only going to show your customer those videos. You are going to structure the challenge, right? So you're not going to charge them just for learning. You're going to charge them for getting the result. What could you do if you want to promote a challenge? You could do the affiliate promotion challenge, where the customer is going to go through the process of finding a product to promote, and then going through the process, and maybe you set up a process of getting the vendor to approve them, right? You're going to get them to go through the steps of contacting the vendor, of whatever steps you take them through. So this is really the idea, right? So I'm taking this from the video mind map. And, I don't think you could design a product around this, but that's one thing that I did cover in the course. So this is a step-by-step over the shoulder video course. So again, I mean, you can help your customer by telling them they're going to get step-by-step over the shoulder videos, why it's important. And this is something that you can emphasize to your customer. But if you think about this, you can design challenges around this, right? It is a place where an information marketer can get started quickly without a fully established network. So, I mean, you can design a product, how to create your first info product without a fully established network. And you're going to take them through the process of launching a product in Warrior Plus and putting it in the marketplace, right? Again, pretty simple, but you've got to be able to think clearly, and you can do something that's going to be unique that other people are not going to be able to do. And then why the Warrior Plus course is important, because the Warrior Plus systems allows for people to build a buyer's list while selling a product at the same time, right? Very important. You're going to show them, right, the videos in my Warrior Plus course that show people how to attach, right, their autoresponder to the product that they sell, right? And then you may even go the next step further. You might go ahead and get product snowball formula and show them how to do repeat launches, right? Combine the courses. And again, where can the marketer benefit? Anyone who has, in their audience, information product creators or entrepreneurs, right? And I, just had, it's 7:30, so I'm not going to go through all this right now. What could I do with these videos? Here's the way I would look at this. And again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time with this. I'm going to maybe do this. I may do this on Tuesday. Right? I may do this on Tuesday. What I may do with the videos, I'm thinking about if I want to sell a self-guided challenge, right? Or if I wanted to, coach someone through any one of these processes, I could do either one, right? So yeah, it's about 7:31. So I'm not going to go through all this now. Maybe I'll go through this on Tuesday. Okay, so yes, I'm not going to go. I'm going to skip through this. I'll save this for Tuesday. Okay, any questions? Any questions? Any questions or anything that we covered tonight? Okay, once again, our Warrior Plus Video PLR has just been released. You can pick it up at the plrshow.com /WPLS, then the number 3 at the end, right? You can pick that up there. And you can also get it by becoming an Ultimate Insider. Once again, now if you're an Ultimate Insider, you already have the Warrior Plus PLR and everything else that we have done this month. So you can position yourself as an educator. We're giving you the tools, the training, and the talent in order to do that. plrshow.com /insider training. Okay, so Jim's question is, am I going to do a JV course too? Yes. I think what I'm probably going to do, Jim, is I'm going to do, I'm probably going to do a volume 2, a volume 3, maybe even a volume 4 Warrior Plus. And then I'm going to move on to JV Zoo, right? But yes, I am going to do a JV course too, JV Zoo course too, already in the works. And the issue right now is that I'm not using it. So I'm probably thinking I probably want to at least launch a few products on Warrior Plus or in JV Zoo before I do it. So, right? Any other questions? Any other questions? Okay, make sure that you have access to our free PLR Academy. You can do that at the plrshow.com. Just go ahead and click the download button. And then if you have benefited in any way, please give us a shout out. You go to the plrshow.com /shout. Okay, well, thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out with us here. I think I got you out in 30 minutes. Hope that this has been helpful to you. Have a great day. Oh, yep. I get you, Jim. I hear you. Yeah. So we're going to go into great detail. Have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.